everyone. Today I'm gonna cover it's gonna be two-part HTML lecture and the lab. Okay, so we're gonna focus on a little bit about the design. Salut mes amis, j'espère que vous allez très bien. Mbote na bandeko nyonso boza kolanda nga. Lelo nakotangisa bino HTML eza partie ya lecture na atelier. Okay, so some of you may say, then why do I need graphic design? You need it. You need it because the main reason I put this on, you need to know about the color. Okay, because what happened when somebody's, let's say I decide to visit your website and the color you have in your website can blind me because you put the wrong color. Okay, so you need to know a little bit about the graphic design fundamental. You need to know the color, all this. You need to know that at least a little bit. Okay, you don't have to go in college and study graphic design for this. You don't have to. So if you decide, it's okay, but you don't need. Okay? So, but you need to know about the color, right? Because of the time, some of us we have kids, some of us we don't. So in case you have a kid, it's not easy. So you need to know the primary color. You need to know red, green, blue. When you mix them, what you get. Okay, you need to know it. We have here, for example, when you mix red and yellow, you're gonna get orange. When you mix a yellow plus blue, you're gonna get green. When you mix blue plus purple plus red, you're gonna get purple. Okay, so you need to know this. And then a little bit here, you need to know the software. Let's say you're using let's say Photoshop, different stuff. You need to know it. Okay, I have to be honest with you. You need to know it. So we come here. Yeah, so let's say if you watch the other video, I was talking about in case you want to study HTML4, CSS, Python, or you can study HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, please start a little bit. Okay, start with graphic design, at least a little bit to know the color, a little bit, and then after that you're gonna go to HTML. When you go to HTML, you go to CSS. After CSS, you go to Python, or you start graphic design, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or Python. Okay. Now you have a choice here. Okay, you start with graphic design. Okay, and I'm not talking about the program like the program. No, there's a few courses if you like the way I said. Okay. So you know the color a little bit, you know about the Photoshop, you know how to design, you know the color, and then you can come here, you start HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python. After that, you can go in Java. But if I were you, start this one is really important. You need to know it. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you start with a graphic design a little bit, at least for a week, to know the color. Even if you're gonna take your 2 weeks, it's okay because maybe you're married, you have a kid, you don't have time. Okay, so do it, and then you should be good. When you know this, after when you're done, you study graphic design a little bit first. When you're done, and then you start HTML. Okay, now we're gonna do the lab. Okay, it's like a pre-lab. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the browser. And then we're gonna go to some, or we're gonna use CodePen. Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna put the link for you guys. Okay, so when we click on this, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this. So you have to the choice for this lab. I'm gonna show you guys. You can sign up. Okay, if you already have your sign up, you have an account, you can log in. Or if you want, you can just click here. Okay, for this class, and then you can start coding here. Okay, and then you're gonna see exactly. So we're gonna do the demo. For example, for the title, you can, like, for this class, let's say lab, we put lab 1, for example, something like that. And or in my case, I have my account. I can log here. I can just put there, but because we're doing the demo, all right? So I mean, it's not gonna be that long, just to show you guys, how it works. Okay, so you can also move this around. You can move this around. All right, you can move this around. So let's say we want some texture. Yeah, so we're just gonna put like a text there, right? Right there. Now you can see text is right here, right there. Now let's see. Let's put let's say H, um and have to have the closing one. Eh? So when you take a look, we got H1 there. And we need to, it's showing us, if I read of this, because I want you guys to see the reaction. If I read of this, I don't close it, you see what's gonna happen if I don't close it. Okay, so I want you guys to see what's going on. So we're gonna put this one. This one is open tag. We have the closing tag. So this one is the, okay, make sure you have the closing tag. The closing tag. Now this part is, we're gonna have let's see, H2, and make sure you have a closing one. Okay, see now. All right, now we need to put the paragraph, the P, letter P. You see, we got the P, but we don't have the closing one. So we want to make sure that we have the closing one, the closing tag. Okay. We have the closing tag. Okay. Now we have the open P, the paragraph, and the closing one. Right. So now when you take a look, now we're gonna make sure we're gonna do the order list and order list, just to show you guys. It's like a pre-HTML. When we do the lab, the real lab, you guys gonna understand. Okay, so now we're gonna do an order list, a list, that way you guys know what's going on. Okay, so here, let's see. We need the text. So now we have see, we got different text here. So when you take a look, the text is here in the bottom, right? Now you can go here, you can click here, okay, to see them, to make sure that you're seeing them. You can go here if you want to. Okay, the other side, you can see them. You can see them right here. You can see them in the bottom. But in this class, we're just gonna put it this one, okay? That way we see what's going on, okay? Right? So we're not gonna use this, so that's not the reason. So when you guys take a look, all right, I want you guys to see, all right, to see what's going on. Now we got the text here. We got Canada, Canadian province and territory. Now, let's see. We want to put ample. Let's put H2. I'm just example. Make sure you have a closing one. You see when I put H2, right? There's no closing. You see how they look like? So we have to put the closing one. Okay? Okay, so don't forget to close. Okay? Now we have Canadian province and territory. But when you take a look, we have to now to make an order list or an order list. So we can go here. We put type UL open, okay? And don't forget to put the closing one. Okay, closing one, closing one. Okay? Don't forget the closing one. Now we need something. It's called the list. L-I, and then don't forget the closing one. See, don't forget the closing one. You know, don't forget the closing one. You have to close that one. So now, when you take a look, it look like the you see here. So if we don't want this, in case you were coding, you say, oh, oops, I forgot. You wanna put the O instead of a U. Put the O here. You see, it's turned to 1. Okay? Now we're gonna go here again. Then make sure we can save it, and then okay, see we got Alberta, British Columbia, because I want you guys to see what's going on when you are coding. Okay, so next we're gonna do okay, come here, okay, have to see, okay. Now we have New Brunswick, okay. Okay, okay. After that, we have a Newfoundland. Okay? You see, if you put that, the opposite. Okay? Now, next, we have okay? Now, when you take a look, you see here it's shaking. Make sure you save it. Okay? You save it. So, because you never know what's gonna happen. We got here. Okay? Right? We're gonna go right here. Okay? See the message we got here? Really important to start saving your stuff. Okay? So what happened when you click on save? It's not gonna save because you need to have an account. For example, if I click here, okay, you need to set up an account. In my case, I have mine. I can just put here my username and the password because I have it. So in this class, I don't have to do it. I'm just showing you guys. That's why it's really important to sign up for the code pen. It's really, you need to have it. So I'm just showing you guys because I'm doing the demo. Okay? So yeah, and then we come here and sorry here. So I want to show you guys how it's look like. See, so when you take a look, uh, we got Nova Scotia. It's not closed. You see, problem. So we have to close it. See, when we close the Nova Scotia, yes. Now we have to go to PI and then close. And we're gonna go to and then we close. Gonna have here close. Gonna have Quebec. I have the closing. Okay, now this is what we got, right? So now we're gonna have and we have the order list and order list. Now we're gonna do the next one. Okay, so if you don't get it, it's okay. It's okay. Now we have gonna keep them the same. Okay, don't forget to have the closing one. Now we're gonna have so you have oh one and the closing one right here in the bottom. Okay? Now don't forget to put the list, open list, and the closing list. Okay, what we got? Huh? And to make life easy, I want to make sure that you practice. We have to practice. Eh? Together. Huh? We have to practice together. Eh? Closing one. Eh? Okay. Right. So the last one. Okay. Right. So that's what we got. Okay. Now, when you understand how to use this, we're gonna move to, we have something called library. We have the framework. So those one, it's designed to make life easier for us. But I want you guys to know how to do, like when we use the notepad, we use Visual Studio Code, we use the other one, This one, if you're a beginner, it's gonna be a little bit it's gonna be like fuzzy, but it's okay because I want you to see what's going on. I want you to see what's going on because from this one, you know exactly that, oh, when I tap this is what happening, okay? So next one we're gonna do, I'm gonna, so this is the next one we're gonna do. Sure have on. When we do H1, it's gonna be huge. Do we need that? No. H2. Oh, let me show you guys H3 how it's gonna look. Eh? The H3, a little bit different, kind of small, but we wanna keep them H2. Eh? We're gonna keep them like that. All right. Now we're gonna do the same thing here. So we're gonna make sure you have a closing one. Eh? Right. So now we need a list. Don't forget to put the closing one. Okay? This is the one we are doing now. Okay? See how they look like? So this is the one we did. Now we're gonna do the part of the city. So this is how we do it. All right. So when you start in the other course, I'm gonna go with you guys step by step. I'm gonna use a different HTML editor, so that way you guys gonna know exactly what we are doing. So in this class, I wanna show you guys when you are typing, and then I want you guys to see the result. Okay, you can see when we tap them, you're gonna see the result. For example, let's say we want to rid of this one. Let's say I want to rid of this one here, and then I rid of this one. For example, I rid of this one, and you can see the result in the bottom. So you see, for example, when I rid of this one, this is the let's see, you can see when I rid of them, they're almost at the edge there. They're not line up like this one. But when I come here, I put open tag, uh, let's say closing, can see they're back in order. Okay, so yeah, on the other class, I'm gonna show you guys how to do a different list. All right, I mean the other courses. So for today, I want you guys to see. Please take your time, take a look. Right, take a look, and then you're gonna understand. If in case you don't get it, you struggle, I'm here to help you. Okay, I'm here to help you. I'm gonna try my best as I can to help you guys. Okay, so we're gonna do the next part. You take a look. Okay? Initially, so huh? I'm gonna work on it now. When we do the definition list here, uh, et closing, working on it. Here we're gonna put e thing, have a dd opening, dd closing. Okay, so this is the one. Okay, now we're gonna work on the same thing here. Here on we're gonna do the t. Okay, so this one the we work on a definition list. Now we're gonna do the net list. Okay, so yeah, nu- we're working on the net list. So we need the text. So we put Canada. Now we're gonna put wanna make sure you oh, and open, and we have the closing one. Okay? We have the closing one. So that's the one we're working on it. Okay? This one, gonna work on this. Now, when we do that, we need we're gonna put the closing here. We need a list. Open list. We need a closing list. Closing list. Okay? You go down, you're gonna see here we have Canada here. Now, for Ontario we have the list, okay? And we're gonna have a closing one in the bottom. Okay? Closing one. Okay? So you see this part of here of Ontario. Okay, the closing of Ontario. If I put like this, right? Sorry, it doesn't have to be in a copy. You see this close of Ontario is right here. When you see it right here, right? Now, we don't need to close it. We don't need to close that. We're gonna rid of it. Okay, when you rid of it, you're gonna see it's in here. So you see this closing here? This is the one. Now, here we're gonna put UL, and then okay, and then we're gonna put it right there, though. Open one here and the closing there, right there. Okay, right now this is the one. Now we're gonna need the list and the closing list. Okay, you take a look. This is how it look like. Okay, right now we want the open list, okay, and the closing list. The closing list. Okay, right there. Now we need another one. The list and the closing one. Okay, that's how we do it. Okay, that's how we do it. So I'm gonna stop here for today. So in case you don't get it, it's okay. It's okay. At the beginning, it's normal. At the beginning, it's normal. If you don't get it, that's okay. So I'm gonna stop here for today. So thank you so much. You guys take care. Bye bye.